Noble members of the chivalry, we are grateful that you are here before us this day, and yet we look upon you and we see that your numbers also are incomplete, something that we intend to remedy immediately. Let Duke Sean Tarragon come into our court, our brother from Artemisia, and speak to our people.
Your Majesty, Your Excellencies, Your Highnesses, assembled nobles, I am no stranger to the Kingdom of the West. One of your great people, a few years ago, made his way to our kingdom. And after some time, we had agreed that he would come under my service and my instruction, as it seemed he would be there for some time. The winds of fate have carried him back to his homeland. Under my instruction, he has taken good counsel. He has done everything I have ever asked of him and more. I have received word from my friends here in the West that this council is convinced that Loclan Bjornsson belongs amongst their number. I take it on faith and great knowledge that the West has looked upon him and sees that he meets the standards that I would expect him to meet to join this order. Your Majesty, if it pleases you, I would ask him forward.
Your Grace, please do ask him forward, and we do know that there is a bond between you, as men, as a trainer, and as a trainee. Before you send him to us, you must break that bond.
My pleasure.
Let his lady come forward as well. Lady, we invite you to stand here. I'm sure His Highness will be willing to shift his seat.
Loclan, I ask you now, one final time, to kneel before me as your liege lord, and I would ask that you place your hands in my hand. So as it began, so it now ends. Not our friendship, but your obligation to me as my vassal, and likewise my obligation to you as your lord. I release you from your obligations to me as your knight. I release you of your fealty to me without let or hindrance, that you may continue your path on your own. But know this, the only bond of power that I shall hold over you from this day forward is that granted to me by our eternal and lasting friendship. You have, as I said, done everything I've asked you to do. You have served our kingdom and your household nobly and well, as well as the kingdom of the West. Our agreement was that when you became my squire, that this would be your belt, and we will hold it for you for the time being, but it will be returned to you so you may do with it as you wish. Perhaps even pass it on to your first squire.
Viscount Loclan, free of any previous obligations, we welcome you to our court. And we tell you that we are indeed aware of your prowess, and we are also responsive to the wishes of these your peers. In making you this offer, we set you to vigil and asked you to contemplate the knightly virtues and your readiness to take place in this noble companion of chivalry of the West. Are you now ready to accept from us this honor?
Do you have a member? No. No, this is the wrong part.
That's all right.
Okay, probably not.
Viscount Loclan, we recognize the many great things you have done for our kingdom, for our principality of Sinaga. And we know that you have taken oaths in service of our people. Will you now give us your word that you will comport yourself as befits a peer of our realm, as you most surely have until now, and that you will continue in all of your endeavors to be an example to our people?
Will you promise further to treat all with courtesy and to uphold the laws and traditions of our kingdom?
On what sword do you wish to swear your oath of fealty? Great sword of state. Witness here the great sword of state, the symbol of temporal power of the crown of the West on this earth. It has taken many oaths, all of them worthy, and it will now add yours to the number.
Here do I swear. By mouth and hand. Fealty and service. To the crown and kingdom of the West. To speak and to be silent. To come and to go. To strike and to spare. To do and to let be. In such matters that concern the kingdom. On my honor and the lawful command of the crown. In need or in plenty. In peace or in war. In living or in dying. In this hour henceforth. Till the king depart from his throne. Or death take me. Or the world end. So say I. Loclan be one side.
This oath we do here, and we swear to remember it always. And we swear further for our part, to protect and defend you and all those who dwell in your noble household with all of our power, until we depart from our throne, or death take us, or the world come to its end. So swear we, Jade, King of the West.
And so also say we, Catherine, Queen of the West.
By what sword do you wish to be knighted?
Yours.
Let my sword be brought forward. This blade has served me well over these many years. I have always known that with it in my hand, I would be able to bring down the most valiant and noble of foe in service to my kingdom. It is our honor that you will take your knighthood with this as a part of it. Loclan, in the name of humility, I dub thee once. In the name of loyalty, I dub thee twice. And in the name of knightly honor, I dub thee knight. Bow your head. Know now that you are made a knight, that it is your duty to succor the defenseless, to seek justice for those of every station, and to protect and defend the people of the West with your mind, your body, and your spirit. Know also that knightly honor shall bring with it pain as well as virtue. Let this blow that you are about to receive be the last you ever take without seeking just retribution. Is there a chain?
I have a chain for this good man as he stood vigil in my camp. I know him to be a man who keeps his oaths and keeps them well to people who look to him, and he's a leader. I feel this will serve him well. It only has my history upon it, but I believe he'll add much honor and greatness upon it, and I'm humbled to be able to offer it up.
Thank you, Your Grace. Before this chain, the symbol of a knight's bond to the crown is placed upon him. I ask that each knight here assembled hold it for a moment and impart with it a thought of the virtues and the things they hold dear about knighthood itself, that it may have the nobility of the Western Council as it goes around his neck. Let that pass amongst you. Are there spurs?
Yes, there are.
Is there history to these spurs?
Just mine. I got them when I was knighted from my knight, and I hope he makes history of his own with it. This man put a sword in my hand for the first time. I hope this is a minor payback for what you've given me.
When he says that these spurs have only his tradition in them, trust me when we say it is a large and mighty history. Sir Sigurd, Sir Leon, can you place these funds for me? Is there a belt?
Your Majesty, there is none. My name is Countess Kumar, coronation. I have had the great pleasure of having Loclans serve in my household as well as my champion. It is also a very great honor to be here today to see him elevated. There is a belt that was made by his lady, and I know that it is through her inspiration, love, and support that he is here today, as well as his hard work, dedication, and loyalty.
Your Grace, thank you for bringing this belt forward. It is a great honor to have you present in our court. Your Majesty.
Wear this belt in token of your chivalry and purpose.
I'm trying.
That's all right. Let's go ahead and read the proclamation. Let the proclamation be read while the chain continues to make its way.
Be it known that their majesties, Catherine and Jade, King and Queen of the West, do on this day elevate their subject Loclan to the peerage of this kingdom and to name him knight and do admit him to the right and noble order of chivalry. And they grant upon him by letters patent arms to bear and to hold without let or hindrance throughout their realm by our word and hand this 16th day of March in the 45th year of the Kingdom of the West. Jade Rex Occidentalis, Catherine Regina.
Loclan, as the chain continues its journey, there's a beauty in taking the time to allow each night to impress upon it their thoughts for you. Know that when it comes to you, it will be your great honor to carry all of that hope and all of that promise forward from this day. For in becoming a member of the chivalry, you will become a member of the order that is most visible by mark of the white belt, by flash of the golden chain itself, by the fact that the knights are the mounted order that ride forward before all others to place their bodies at hazard in defense of the crown. Know that the hope and the belief of all people who hold the concept of knighthood dear will go with you. And that it will be your honor to carry that for all these here present.
All the men here have taken this chain. And all the women here too. And those that aren't knights and all the chivalry. You're a good man. You've already sworn to succor the defenseless. And the defenseless will be here as well. They've laid witness to this. You may never know their name, but they're going to take you your champion. Be right to them as well.
Know that Her Majesty and I add our hopes to this chain as well. Be thou a good knight. And now rise and go to your peers.
For Sir Loclans, newest knight of the Kingdom of the West. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
Long live the King and Queen of the West!
Long live the King and Queen of the West!
By the way, while we're waiting, someone has dropped a lace handkerchief up here in the front.
Oh, it's yours, Leon.
I was hoping you would take it from me.
I already have one of your favorites.
Now hear the words of your king.
You may continue to hug him. I'll step up here. Folks, as we thought might happen, we have a lot of liquid sunshine today and a light breeze, which should cool our faces while we're fighting. In all seriousness, this is a much more severe weather condition than we had thought might occur. We knew that it would rain, but this is a quite significant thing. And as such, we will be having all official business for this event today. The site will remain open. As you know, we will party. Those of us who are willing to brave the elements and continue to have a great time on site will do so, but there is no shame and dishonor in going home if that is what you need to do. We ask that you be wise about how you go about that and drive safely if you do leave tonight, for the weather will be pretty significant. We also hope to wrap this tournament of great import up fairly quickly, that we might hold a brief meeting with each of the peerages before everybody departs. And we also want to make sure that people have time to take down their tents if they had set them up while there's still daylight. Because as bad as it is to take it down when it's cold and wet, it's worse if it's dark. So the one request we have of everyone, this is a kingdom that prides itself on honor and civility and love for each other. Let's be especially aware of the fact that some people who cannot drive their cars onto the Eric may need extra help hauling their stuff from the Eric to their vehicles. So if you see folks tearing down and you have the ability to help them move their stuff, please pitch in. A little bit extra today will go a very long way to making somebody able to get home safely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Long live the King and Queen of the West!
Long